In this video, I'll show you how to model direct variation equations. This is part 6 in the series. The question reads, a certain map has a scale of 1 to 5,000. How many hectares on the land are represented by 168 centimeters squared on the map? To be successful with this type of question, you'll need to understand the following. Where areas of similar plane or solid figures are proportional to the square of any two corresponding dimensions. That being said, we know that this map has a scale of 1 to 5,000. So let's write that down. 1 to 5,000. And we want to find out how much 168 centimeters squared on the map is equivalent to in hectares in real life. So I'll write down 168 centimeters squared right here. 168 centimeters squared. And I'll represent my unknown as x. Now, since this is squared, we also have to square the scale. So this needs to be squared, and so does the 5,000. Now, if we solve for x, we'll obtain a number that's exclusively in centimeters squared. To find out what x is, I'll need to cross multiply, where I have x times 1 is simply x, and 5,000 squared times 168 times 5,000 squared gives me 4.2 times 10 to the power of 9. 4.2 times 10 to the power of 9 centimeters squared. Now, in case you're confused as to how I got 4.2 times 10 to the power of 9, look how many zeros there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we're putting the decimal right after the 4, and this is what accounts for the 10 to the power of 9 as opposed to 10 to the power of 8. Now what I have to do, and because centimeters squared is not an appropriate unit to use when you are discussing land size, we will convert this into hectares, and the conversion ratio is provided. 1 hectare is equal to 1 times 10 to the power of 8 centimeters squared. We will take our area and multiply it to this conversion ratio, the way it is. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to multiply this number by this conversion ratio. The centimeters squared will cancel out, leaving us with 4.2 times 10 to the power of 9 divided by this number, 1 times 10 to the power of 8, and this gives us 42 hectares. 168 centimeters squared on the map is actually equivalent to 42 hectares in real life. So there you have it. That is how to model direct variation equations.